Hello and welcome to Đồng Nai Radio and Television Station. On January the 10th, the National Assembly of Vietnam discussed online the investment policy of the North-South Expressway construction project on the east side of Vietnam in the period 2021 to 2025. At the discussion, the delegates basically agree with the government's report on the investment policy of the North-South Expressway project, which will create a premise for the post-pandemic economic recovery process. In addition, the delegates suggested the National Assembly consider synchronization of the expressway. It is necessary to increase from 4 lanes according to the current plan to 6 or 8 lanes. Should recalculate the total investment of 140,000 billion, as well as the disbursement schedule of the above amount. Delegates suggested that the Ministry of Transport must develop a specific plan to select reputable and capable contractors who understand geology of each region. In particular, it must be open and transparent in the process of investor selection, avoid long construction implementation, and lack of capital. In 2021, imports and exports reached a record of nearly 670 billion USD, up nearly 23% compared to the previous year, putting Vietnam in the group of 20 leading economies in terms of international trade. At the conference to review the work in 2021, Minister of Industry and Trade Nguyễn Hồng Diên said that exports had a breakthrough, increasing by over 19%, exceed by 15% compared to the plan, maintaining the trade surplus in the 6th year in a row with a surplus over 4 billion USD. In 2021, although the pandemic caused the supply chain of goods to break at some point, with the efforts of the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the coordination of other ministry branches, localities, businesses, supply and demand for goods have been secured. Domestic and foreign supply chains are basically maintained. E-commerce has become a new growth engine last year, making an important contribution to preventing disruptions in the supply chain of goods and promoting exports. The Ministry of Planning and Investment recently sent a document to relevant ministry, agency, and sectors on strengthening the implementation of State Budget Investment Plan in 2022. The ministry had also updated the Capital Investment Plan in 2021 on the National Information System on Public Investment. The Ministry of Planning and Investment proposed the leaders of relevant ministry, department, and branches to further strengthen their leadership, directing and urging the implementation of allotment of the assigned 2022 State Budget Investment Plan before December 31st, 2021. Along with that, the Ministry directs agencies and units to report the result of detailed allocation of the State Budget Investment Plan in 2022, update the results on the allocation of the State Budget Investment Plan in 2021, including adjusted numbers of each project on National Public Investment Information System before January 10th, 2022. This is the basis for reviewing the report on the allocation of the State Budget Investment Plan in 2022, complying with regulations. On January 10, Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov said that the talk on security between Moscow and Washington, held on the same day in Geneva, Switzerland, took place in a professional spirit. According to Ryabkov, Russia has not yet received the understanding from the U.S. about the urgency of the situation. He said that Moscow will make a decision on whether to participate in further negotiation with Washington following the meeting with North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, scheduled in this week. On U.S. side, Deputy Foreign Minister Wendy Sherman said Washington has shown a tough stance on in negotiations with Russia when it rejected Moscow's security proposals, calling them unrealistic demands and contrary to the open policy of NATO. According to Sherman, U.S. is considering the possibility of another meeting with Russia to discuss bilateral issues in more detail. Germany had just added 40 more countries and territories around the world to the list of high-risk areas due to the complicated development of the COVID-19 situation. So far, Germany has put a total of 100 countries and territories on the list of high-risk areas. Under the new rules, from midnight on January the 9th, people who have stayed in the areas on the high-risk list for 10 days when arriving in Germany must undergo stricter entry regulations. For those who are unvaccinated travelers, will have to isolate for 10 days and be tested for COVID-19 after 5 days of isolation. That's all we have for today. Thanks for watching and see you next time on Dong Nai Radio and Television Station.